Probably not that long. Probably like a week or two.
Hey guys, we're here. We're all exhausted right now, apparently. Shnick's sleepy, I'm sleepy. I guess Brandon's sleepy. Not Brandon, Mario. Oh, I said Brandon. How messed up my brain is right now.
Brandon's the sleepiest of us all. Right now, at least.
But, we don't really have many topics to talk about today unless we think about something all of a sudden. Or I remember something. But, I guess our first topic, I guess Mario wants to rant. I guess our topic is Mario's rant.
Yeah. History class rants. So, honestly, I pretty much had a bad day today. What? Oh, keep forgetting to click edit scene. Alright, anyways, I kind of had a bad day today because my history class fucking sucks ass. Just to let everyone know, obviously, if I'm ranting about history, I am not real keen onto history classes because I think they are pretty much useless. I mean, there's a couple things I've seen that might be of, like, little use, like knowing what capitalism or communism is. That's about it, honestly.
I like prehistory. Dinosaurs.
All that. Huh. You know, classes don't really teach... There's no class that teaches you about that in mandatory school, is there?
No, it's something you gotta learn on your own, or read books about.
Yeah, you'll
or
probably...
watch TV shows about.
Yeah, you'll probably learn more anyways if there was a class in the first place.
Yeah. I could be your history teacher. I know a lot about history. Probably teach you more than school does.
Do you know anything about imperialism?
Yes, kind of. It's...
No, I don't know what year specifically. I'd have to look through my... Oh, wait, I don't even have my shit, so I can't even tell you.
Screw your school stuff. My stuff would be more fun.
Well, anyways, so, to get to the point here, it's basically my test specifically that really pissed me off today, because in my history class we have these fucking tests, and for some reason they're in the same exact format every single time. I don't know why it's like that, but I guess it is, probably to make it easier for the teacher or something. But, bye. Okay, I thought someone was going to go through my door there for a second. Anyways, so, let's see here. Oh yeah, so, the format sucks because the test will pretty much... Oh yeah, also this is unscripted, so I don't know why I'm acting kind of weird when I'm explaining this, but pretty much, like, throughout the course, there will be, like, terms that will come up, and it's... I mean, you kind of have to learn it, but they don't exactly make it specific... Okay, apparently I can't talk either. Great. Okay, there's some vocabulary terms that you have to learn, and for some reason they don't call it vocabulary. They just kind of throw it out there. I'm not sure why.
Vocabulary is not... Sorry, vocabulary. Isn't that more like English or grammar class and this history class?
Yeah, pretty much. Except, here's the problem. They don't even tell you what fucking words are to study for. Like, there's just words, but they don't tell you what's going to be on the test, so it's like you study the wrong words. Oh, fuck you, you're done, bitch.
Okay, so, I understand this. What's vocabulary have to do with history? I mean, history is all about, events, and how that, like our domino effect podcast, how that event affected events in the present day, like how World War One, the effect of World War One affected, the Middle East in modern times by covering up of the Ottoman Empire and stuff like that. What the hell does vocabulary have to do with history? I don't understand how your school thinks.
Well, okay, so basically they'll ask you to define, like, if we were studying a time period that involved communism, it would be like, it would bring up communism and capitalism and socialism, and it wants you to define what those things are. But that's not all they test you on, though. That's just a part of the test. But here's the problem. The problem is not only do they ask you to define said words, but they also ask you to explain why it's important to history. And why is this a problem? Because it sounds like that it would be better than what Vandalia originally thought. Well, here's why it's a problem. Because in the notes that they give us, all they really do is explain what the thing is, but doesn't go into detail as to why it's important. And you could say, oh, we'll just inference it, look deeper into the text. Well, so I do, and I still can't find shit, because literally all they do is they explain it once, and then they just stop. That's it.
So is this like an opinion piece? It's like an opinion thing, like your NASA thing was an opinion piece or something like that?
Nope, not opinion, it's fact. Like, literally, if I can, like... Okay, I understand the definition part. That's fine. I don't care. But fucking explaining why it's important, sure, some of them I can explain, but most of them, oh fuck no, I can't explain. Like, for example, in my test today, it wanted me to, oh, by the way, imperialism, I brought that up because that's actually the thing that we were studying for recently. And we were being tested on that. But anyways, so the test wanted me to define social Darwinism and explain why it's important, or the Sepoy Rebellion. It wanted me to define the Sepoy Rebellion, and it also wanted me to explain why the Sepoy Rebellion was important to I can't remember if it specified if it was important to imperialism or important to what we were I don't fucking know. But yeah, I just don't understand why it wants us to do such specific shit for something that the fucking the notes don't even tell you. Like, there's no hints, there's no inferencing. It's just, oh, here's what this is, and that's it. Nothing else. So, fucking completely bullshit. And then there's another section of... Oh, wait a minute. I'll be right back. Give me 1 sec.
Okay. We'll be back with these messages.
If I'm correct, I'm not sure entirely, but I think I might have something. I'm just going to skim through it real quick. I don't remember... I think maybe I am wrong when I'm looking through this, but I remember having a fucking test I had to do for correction. I'll bring corrections up in a moment. And, let me get this.
Yeah, but off topic, literally, I think I've learned more about history and science in the last few years on the internet than I ever learned in school. Plus, stuff I learned in school is outdated. Stuff I learned in school was outdated when I was in school. Some of the science terms I learned in school were outdated even then, but the stupid school people were like slow getting to there. Oh, this stuff was outdated in the 70s? We're still teaching in the 90s? Whoopsie, our bad.
Huh. Okay, so I guess I thought wrong. I did not have it in there. I guess it's in a different... Excuse me. I think it's in a different thing entirely. Well, anyways, so I guess I'll just have to explain it at the top of my head. So there's another section of the test where it's worded so weirdly that I can't really tell what the teacher wants. So it's like, oh, write a thesis statement about, and then I think it asks you a thesis statement about something that has to do with the thing you're studying and how it fits into, like, the categories that it gives you. And one of them is, like, social and political. And the way it's worded, it asks you to pretty much do both categories, but the teacher wants you to do only one of them. Makes no fucking sense, right? So I'm just thinking to myself, okay, so if it's supposed to be one or the other, why don't you fucking put it on the test? That doesn't make any sense, right? And I mean, shit, what else is it? I'm really trying to remember, because I fucking hate the test so much, but I keep forgetting well, not the most important, but some of the other vague stuff. Honestly, I can't really remember anything else beyond that, but the problem, though, is that those two sections I described actually are worth a lot of points. Like, fucking, the one where you have to define and describe why it's important, you have to get them right, otherwise you miss 2 points, and then the section where you have to write the thesis statement, you lose 3 points if you get it wrong. 3 fucking points.
For a thesis?
Yeah. So the thesis statement part, there's like 2 of those questions, so if you miss both, you miss 6. And then there's like, I think 4 or 5 of the definition ones. So, yeah, just do the math there. Fucking, that's worth a lot of points. And that's all on one fucking page, too. And because of that, and other bullshit that ended up happening, pretty much the last 2 times I took this test, I had to go in for corrections, and corrections are fucking retarded, because multiple choice part, you have, oh yeah, there's a multiple choice part, I'm not sure if I already said that, but with multiple choice part, you have to not only write out the entire fucking question, but then also write the correct question. And the fucking teacher will straight up tell you what the correct answer is. And
okay. You have to, like, what's this, Jeopardy now? You have to write the question?
yeah, you have to write the question and the answer to said question. It's pretty fucking stupid. And then
okay, who won the American Revolution? The Americans. I win 100%.
Except not 100%, because she doesn't give you full credit anyways. So, and then past that, pretty much you just have to redo the fucking problem. You don't have to write the question again, but yeah, it's really fucking stupid. And I did that twice, partly because of the fucking bullshit test on that one page, and then the other part because, honestly, I don't even fucking know. It's sad because, legit, on my IEP, I can use notes on the test, right? So, what I don't understand is how I'm still getting these low scores despite me being able to use notes. I don't fucking get it. So, I don't know if that's just the notes' fault or if that's somehow my fault that I fucked up, but I don't know. And then here's the kicker. Since the test is a bit of a lengthy test, which is important to say this because the teacher requires people, like everyone in her class, to not only fucking complete the test within the same class period, but also, on top of that, to freaking annotate, you know, like a certain amount of pages. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's more. It fucking fluctuates.
Was history
all
class
in one day.
Was history class this weird in your old school, or is this new school?
I don't remember it being this fucking difficult in my old high school. I remember the fucking tests actually fucking testing your knowledge. In my opinion, the fucking test that my teacher is giving me is fucking bullshit. Even the fucking tests I had in the other history class last year, those were at least fucking fair. These tests are absolutely fucking bullshit. Like, seriously, holy crap. And I just don't get why the teacher expects us to do it in one fucking day. And then it's like next day, oh, move on to the next thing. And it's really weird too, because I don't know if you and Shnick have the same feelings too, but I constantly feel as though that even though I'm never able to fucking do it all within one day, somehow everyone else is able to. And that's without notes.
Yeah, I was usually most of my homework I didn't finish until the day before class, right before class on the bus.
What about you, Shnick? Didn't you ever feel that way, where you fucking have so hard of a time on something so trivial, and yet it's like everyone else just does it without fucking problems?
I'll tell you one thing, in 8th grade, in frickin' math class especially, I swear to God, maybe it's because I was stupid middle school Shnick and never listened, but I swear to God, I would literally hear on some days, oh, there's no homework today, just study for the next quest, which was my teacher's frickin' fancy way of saying quiz test.
What? Quiz test? Aren't those the same thing?
I guess.
I think quizzes are like small versions of tests.
So basically, in his eyes, quests were in the middle.
Oh, okay, yeah, because that makes sense.
Like, you're going on a quest. A quest for an A.
That's exactly what he was like. I like the name quest. It's like you're going on a journey. But anyways, so I swear to God, one day at the end of class, no homework, just study for the next quest. Next day, take out your homework, please. Everyone except me hands in the damn homework.
What? Are you fucking serious?
I am serious.
I've had the same bullshit happen to me too. Maybe not exactly that way, but something really similar, where I swear to fucking God, I didn't hear anybody talk about homework yesterday. I didn't see anyone do any homework yesterday. And then next day, oh, hand in your homework. What homework? And then somehow everyone just fucking pulls out their sheet of homework that I never even saw. And I don't know if that's just me forgetting somehow or what, but fucking, I swear to God, that's shit that happened to me. And it's like, the fuck? Did I wake up in some alternate dimension where everything's the same except that one little thing? What the fuck?
Yeah, I had homework problems myself, turning it in and doing it and other stuff.
Yeah, and
probably they put me on Ritalin for 3 years.
Earlier, I mentioned that I have an IEP. Well, I think I did. I'm not sure. But I do have an IEP where I am allowed to use notes, but I can't do the test in the class if I have to use notes. I have to go to a separate room in order to use notes, probably to try and prevent cheating, if possible.
So other kids can't see your notes?
Pretty much. So...
yeah, I had to take tests because of my LD, ADD thing whatever I had back then. I might still have now, depending. Is I could go someplace to take tests too if I had to.
Yeah, but the IEP, like, okay, going to a separate room isn't a problem for me. But what is a problem is that, yeah, you know, I do have an accommodation where I can also get bonus time on tests and homework. But here's the problem. Yeah, I may have extra time, but that doesn't mean that I can't just play catch-up. Like, it's no fucking big deal. No, it is a big deal, because then I get fucked over because, oh, I missed one day because I was still stuck in the other room, still taking the fucking test, because it's bullshit and lengthy. And, yeah, just fucking everyone moves on, and then once I'm finally done with the test, oh, now I gotta play catch-up. And then, oh, guess what? Now I gotta fucking do test corrections because I fucking got some bullshit thing that's trivial wrong because, oh, the teacher said, no, you can't do it this way, you gotta do it that way. the way I want you to, even though I never put it on the fucking test. So
speaking of turning in homework, you ever had homework? It was just me. You ever homework that they didn't even grade at all? They just count you as doing it. As long as you did it and turned it in, no matter how good you did on it, you still it just counted. Like, oh, are you checking out I worked hard on that homework? Like, no, as long as you did it, it's fine. What's the point of doing all that work for it then?
The only thing that I came closest to is in middle school in a history class, believe it or not. The teacher was like, okay, so we got to do this test, and this test will show whether or not you're going to pass the class. And it's a state test, and it looks all official and shit. And it's like...
I hate state tests, the required state proficiency tests.
Yeah.
The Iowa, whatever it was called the CBS and the Iowa and then the proficiency and these tests to graduate high school or graduate middle school or whatever it was.
Apparently, Pokesaurus wants to draw Shnick like a French girl.
I was going to ask you if Shnick is watching chat.
What?
Green chat, Shnick? They're talking about you in chat. Alright, go on.
Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, fuck, I was getting... What was I saying?
Something about homework or test.
Oh, right. So anyways, we take the test and fucking... Of course, a lot of us get it to a point where we don't even pass the test because it's fucking super hard and shit. And... believe it or not, the fucking teacher kept giving us more and more chances until eventually he said, okay, guys, this is your last chance. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And every time, up to that point, every attempt I got a failing grade on, apparently. And that last attempt, apparently, I passed the test. And no, I don't remember if we were able to use notes or not. I don't think we were. But I miraculously passed the test, only to find out that the test was completely fucking bullshit because it wasn't even a state test. It was just some shit that the teacher made up on purpose. It wasn't like we were graded for it or anything. It was just like a fucking prank. That took up a class period at least, but it fucking made us all freak out. So... I guess that was at least for good fun. I think it was near my birthday well, actually, I think it was either near my birthday or on my birthday that happened. So, there's that. Back to what I was saying about my current test, though, that is fucking graded, and is bullshit. Another thing to keep in mind is that I do fine when it comes to classwork. Like, everything up to the test, I do perfectly fine on. But then, as soon as it's the test, oh, now I'm getting bad grades. And that's with using notes. So, how the fuck is it... How the fuck is it that I get good grades on classwork, but then as soon as I get the test, bam, I fuck up? Like, that just doesn't happen.
I don't know. I was actually the opposite. I was the opposite, actually. I did bad in classwork because mainly I never did it. I was lazy or whatever. But on tests, I got A's and 100s in all my tests. They actually thought I was, for a while, I think they actually thought I was cheating on tests because I didn't do any homework. But I guess I was just lazy or bored or whatever. And I knew this stuff. I just did the homework. I was like, test was easy to me, but homework was hard for me. I was like opposite.
Wow. But yeah, I personally feel as though that if I do good on classwork, I should be fine on the fucking test. But nope, apparently not. And I seriously have reason to believe that it's the way the fucking test is designed that's causing me to not do good. Because why is it that everything else I do fine on, and there's no complaints, but then the test is a whole different opposite story. That just doesn't make sense to me. And the only explanation I can give is that it's bullshit because of this section that costs me a lot of fucking points, and then somehow a bunch of other bullshit in between happens that I don't even understand how it happens. Especially in the multiple choice area, that makes no fucking sense either. And I end up fucking failing the test, and I have to fucking do... Well, maybe I should be careful with failing, because I don't know what people would say failing would mean just outright doing the worst. Because the way I describe failing is not exactly passing, like, it's kind of in between, I suppose. Like, you don't do so good on it, but you didn't do horrible, I guess. But it's still a low enough grade on the test to potentially bring down a grade if you're that low on a grade or something. Oh my god, that was probably really confusing. I apologize.
Okay.
Basically, if your overall grade is low enough and you do somewhat bad on the test, then your grade is going to be dropped, pretty much, is what I was trying to say. So, yeah, I think that the test is fucking bullshit. I'm going to have to talk to my case manager once I'm done with this fucking last test because, well, it's not the last test, but I'm going to talk to her about it because this is ridiculous. And you think that if it's the same exact format, if you did it enough times, you'd actually fucking get it, but no, because the way the test is designed and the way it wants you to fucking define shit and write thesis statements and all this other nonsense, because of those reasons, I don't do good on them, but everything else is fine. Bull fucking shit.
I forget how we did quarter grades. I think it was average of all of them, probably. I forget, or adding them up. But I remember our semester grades were our quarter plus our quarter plus our final was our final grade, was our semester grade, and that's what counted in the long run.
Oh, also there was one other thing I wanted to say about the test. The test is even more problematic for me indirectly, well, maybe not indirectly, I'm not really sure, but it's more problematic for me not only because of my grade in that class, but because of other classes and my grades in said classes. See, if I take a fucking... Okay, well, actually, no, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Okay, so how my fucking school decides to work. So, if you try and go in after school, you basically have till 3 o'clock to get to a classroom, and if you don't make it by around 3, it's not exactly 3 all the time, it depends, but typically, if you're not in the building that you need to be in by 3 p.m., which is like half an hour, well, 25 minutes after the day officially ends, then you're locked out of the building. They fucking lock the doors that early. It's ridiculous. And the only way
so you can get out, but you can't get back in.
Yeah. The only possible way that you can get in when you're locked out is if someone happens to walk out of the door you're standing by. Otherwise, you're not gonna get anywhere. It's fucking bullshit. Like,
so basically you gotta have a friend. So basically, you gotta have a friend on the inside, literally.
Yeah, pretty much. And what's even more problematic is that the fucking teachers stay till 3:30, or depending on their personal lives, even earlier. So, why is this problematic? Well, because I basically have an hour to go into class and fucking work on whatever shit, and there you go, that's my day. That's it. I can't go in any other classes because by the time it's 3:30, every other teacher is basically gone, so there's no point in trying to get to a building without a fucking teacher that's yours. So, because of that, I'm literally forced to choose one class period and then just stay there and do whatever work I have to do. And, well, if I'm literally having to fucking stay after just because I didn't finish a lengthy test, and then on top of that have to stay after for test corrections, wasting even more days, those were days that could have been used for other classes that would have been as equally as important. But no, because I had to make tests top priority over everything else, because of course they're the higher positions compared to classwork, I just get fucked. And you could say, oh, well, why don't you just go in before school? One, I have a really hard time waking up, and call that an excuse, I don't fucking care. But my next point is actually legitimate completely, which number two, I sometimes can't because the only person that's usually able to get me on a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday is my dad. He works overnights. And since he works overnights, sometimes he might have to work even more than usual. So, overtime, basically. I don't know why I didn't just say that, but whatever. So, yeah, because he has to sometimes work overtime, he doesn't get home the same time every time. So, for all I know...
So either you have to go on by yourself or you have to ride the bus?
Well, that's another problem, because one, I'm not with the school bus. Two, the only other bus I could take is the public bus, which I fucking hate. I'm not going to pay money for that because I think it's fucking bullshit of a bus system. Because literally the bus system, you have to wait 30 minutes to an hour just for a bus.
So,
if that's...
how come you're at the... Question. Do you live too close for the school bus or what?
When I was in the apartment complex, yes, I was way too close to the fucking system. They told me the only other bus you could take is the bus with special ed kids, and I basically said, fuck that. So my dad just drove me. And as for this house, I don't remember. I think it's a possibility that I do live too close, which wouldn't make too much sense, but even then, I wouldn't really want to ride the bus in Phoenix because fucking bus in Colorado was actually pretty fucking hot sometimes. Now, combine the heat in Phoenix into a bus, yeah, that would be total fucking hell. I am not gonna get on a fucking school bus when it's fucking breaking out heat in Phoenix. No, fuck that. I already experienced that shit in Colorado. I'm not experiencing that 100 times more.
Yeah, I forget when I was in school what it was, but I think it was, I could be wrong about this, I think if you lived within 1 mile of the school, the bus would pick you up. If you lived outside of 1 mile, the bus picked you up. I think it was a 1 mile radius, maybe 2 miles. But I think it's 1 mile radius. The bus would pick you up if you lived outside of that radius of the school.
I think I'm like maybe 3 miles. I remember that I fucking had to walk home by myself one time because just the universe hated me that day. So it took me like not 6 hours, like maybe 3 hours. I'm not sure. All I remember is that I think it's like 3 miles or something like that. I don't know. But fucking, we choose not to go the bus route, but because my dad doesn't get home every time.
About your brother or your mom?
Okay, let me retry saying that. Because my dad doesn't get home on the same time every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm not always able to even go in early, because I wake up at about 6:30, I have to leave at about 7:30, I can leave a little bit later and I'll still make it, but latest would probably be 7:45. So, if I wake up at 6:30 and my dad gets home at 7, then that pretty much means I only have 30 minutes to fucking get ready, which is outright impossible unless I skip shower, which I'm not going to do, so fuck that.
You know what would help if your battery hadn't gotten stolen? Your scooter.
Use the fucking electric bicycle. Yeah, that probably would have been useful. But there's one problem to that. I don't want to fucking lug around a heavy battery all day. Like, seriously, the fucking battery is heavier than my backpack, and my backpack can maybe be heavy sometimes. So, yeah. Oh, also, I don't even have a fucking place to put the battery either. Like, literally.
Because you don't get stolen again?
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave the fucking battery on the bike, even if there is a gate system in my school. Fuck that. What if a student steals that shit? Hell no. I'm not gonna fucking do that.
Don't they have cameras there?
Does honestly, even if they did, it wouldn't really matter. I still don't trust it. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't fucking trust it. Period, dude. So. Yeah, I don't want to carry a fucking battery if I had the battery in the first place all over the fucking school. Especially since I dart to the cafeteria when it's my lunch hour because I don't want to fucking... Because literally, my fucking lunch hour, what happens is 2 minutes, there's already a line forming. Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm not gonna walk there and then wait in a line that fucking piles up fast as fuck. No, I am skipping that line by literally sprinting to the cafeteria. Not like a whole other... It's not like a whole bunch of other people sprint either. There's like only one other person that sprints there. So there's not much for me to worry about, really. Unless somehow I got held out for something, but that doesn't happen, so I don't have to worry about it. But sprinting with a battery, that would be fucking problematic. Since I do it every day, hell no.
So Shnick, what's your... Sorry, real fast. So, Shnick, what's your opinion of all this history class rants and stuff? You've been silent. Where's our discussion?
Well, with history class, it is important to know about it, but...
Yeah, exactly, Pokesaurus. Sorry.
I don't know what to add. It's a lot to take in.
Isn't there any similar experiences you had?
With a history class? Not really.
Or
Well,
school
what
in
do you
general?
like about history classes in general? Do you think they're any useful?
I mean, it's useful to not repeat mistakes of the past, which is funny because it looks like not a lot of people pay attention in history class, which is why history repeats itself all the goddamn time.
I guess I enjoyed history class. I liked history, but really, like I said before, I think I learned more about history on the internet in the past few years than I ever learned in class. Same with science.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with history class, and also, for me personally,
And actually, I think
after this, I'm going to stay quiet for a while because I think I've talked for extremely long. Like, if Hauser was here, he'd be fucking furious. But, I just hate history class in general because when I go to a school nowadays, I expect to be fucking learning something useful, like, you know, a skill, perhaps. Like, extracurricular classes teaches you skills unless you choose, like, a fucking math class or English class or something, in which case you're screwing yourself over. Don't do that, please, unless your profession really requires it. So, yeah, extracurricular classes teach you skills. Science, I mean, if you're trying to be a scientist, then I guess that would be useful, though it really depends on what kind of scientist you want to be, so that also depends on the class.
Yeah, I guess it's like biology. I guess it's a biologist scientist or engineer scientist or like mechanical scientist or.
It really depends, honestly. Math class, unless you were learning the absolute basics, you don't fucking need it pretty much, unless your profession literally requires you to have advanced math.
Like
but
maybe geometry. Like maybe geometry if you're an architect or something.
Yeah, for every day-to-day life, though, no, you don't fucking need advanced math. Like, seriously, the math they teach you in high school for every day-to-day life purposes is fucking useless. The teachers will try to tell you, oh, well, I use this for this purpose, but really they're just probably fucking lying anyways, just making up bullshit, because I don't fucking believe it. Not once have I ever had to use advanced math they teach you in high school just to fucking purchase a couple things. Are you fucking kidding me?
The only thing I use math for nowadays is when I'm back drive-thru at McDonald's, unfortunately, and the register is down, and I got to count the change by, and I count change in my head. I know how to do it.
And then let's see, English class, same fucking story as math pretty much. Unless your profession really requires it, like, I don't know, being a writer or editor perhaps, then English class in high school is just completely fucking pointless. They don't teach you any skill, really, and when they do, it's fucking bell work, and they just glance over that pretty much. So I don't really consider that learning much of anything. It's just fucking, oh, here's something. Wow, remember this. Okay, now for the main shit. Like,
So,
seriously. Like, MLA format. Like, how many times do we use MLA format? Let's be honest.
I didn't even know what that. I have even no idea what that is.
And no, Shnick, college doesn't count.
Okay, but speaking of college, Shnick, how is college different from? I didn't go much to college. I filled out of college pretty much. How is college? Is college harder than high school, in your opinion, or the same, or easier, or what? Your classes, but their high school classes.
Well, I tell you that's much easier to get overwhelmed with work because a lot of classes love to give you weekly assignments, and if you procrastinate like how I do, that shit's gonna keep you up like all night.
Jesus Christ, weekly? Fuck.
Well,
Yeah.
anybody in chat watching,
It all depends on the class. It all depends on the class, though, because sometimes you'll get classes like my Semester 2 math class where literally all the homework was optional and your entire grade was based on 4 tests.
See ya, Puckosaurus.
Yeah.
So, in other words, fucking college just overwhelms you with shit.
Kind of. Me freaking getting burnout from YouTube multiple times because of college is testament to that.
Wow, that's fucking ridiculous. So yeah, let's see. What are the classes that you're required? What are the classes you have to take? We covered English, math, science.
What about choir or band?
That's extracurricular.
I was in choir.
Unless you had to take, like, unless it was literally forced upon you.
No, I chose to pick it because. Well, actually, no. I don't know if it was forced upon us. We had to pick one extra creativity class, either choir or band, in 4th grade to go to middle school. I picked choir because I figured because I didn't want to look around an instrument. I didn't want to lug an instrument around. Like, I'll just sing. I don't want to carry an instrument around.
But
That was my thinking.
yourself around, so you are the instrument.
And then I learned, then I learned choir is more dangerous because you can always repair a broken instrument if it gets damaged. You can't repair your voice if it gets damaged.
Wow.
Like, whoopsie.
Well, that's why you don't fucking, string your vocal cords or something.
Like I did in December, singing.
Well,
The
you
bad
were
thing.
sick, so that's different. But anyways, yeah. The only other class I can think of that you're required to take is gym class because, well, yeah. Gym class, what do they teach you? They don't really teach you anything. They just fucking make you do exercises and that's about it. Oh yeah, actually, not just about it. There's one other thing. They make you do a test on the floor without a desk or at least a chair and a fucking clipboard. Yeah, that's fucking cool,
How
right?
fast can you run a mile?
Oh yeah, by the way, side note, fuck the pacer test. It can suck my ass.
In middle school, we had to run 3 miles every year. 2 outside, one outside, 2 laps around the field in the spring and the fall, and 1 lap inside in the winter time. 16 laps inside the gym. It was the same. That was a mile. So we had to run 3 miles every year at least. I didn't care about getting good times. I just wanted to be this one kid. That was my goal. Get a better time than this one kid. I used to race against Vendetta records.
Wait, you know him in real life?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah. I one time I beat him by 2 seconds. Like I jumped over a thing and beat him in a race.
Well, the only thing I can really think of that would be similar to your story would be the pacer test again, because the pacer test, I always wanted to be the person that fucking like lasted way longer than, you know, your average Joe, but not only because of my asthma, but because of my fucking stamina, I was unable to do that. And with my asthma, that's not really my fault either. That's just my fucking body prohibiting me. So, yeah.
Luckily, I didn't have asthma back then, or if I did, I don't think I had it back then, but I could do stuff better back then.
But see, the other problem too is that they also grade you on the pacer test. So, if your body is not really that great in stamina, good luck. Just good luck, because you're seriously gonna fucking need it.
Yeah, stamina must be different. I learned this from, I used to practice running with my friend. Stamina is different from speed. Stamina is how long you can go for. Speed is how fast you can get done with.
Yeah. But see, what really pisses me off about gym class, though, is the fact that they made a fucking missed opportunity, dude. Like, their fucking missed opportunities they made, oh my god. Like, let's think about this for a moment. What do gym classes do? They make you do exercises, and that's about it. Oh, and running, I guess. Wow, that's so cool. But think about it. It's a class. What do you do? What is the idea in school? Oh, wait a minute, Shnick. Why is your webcam off? Oh, what the hell? What happened? Oh, you're on mobile or Shnick, try turning it horizontally. Okay.
Hey,
there we fixed it now. Anyways, so what is the main idea of school? Oh, to learn shit. Okay. So
I guess gym class
well, hold on a second. A class is supposed to teach you shit, right? That's what they do in schools. So, okay, what a gym class
teach your body shit, I guess.
No, that would be more like the anatomy kind of classes, but I'm talking like instead of just making you do exercises blindly and fucking this and that, how about you teach us why exercise is important, maybe teach us some diet tips, maybe teach us some fucking like legitimate routines?
I think that was like health. I think it's more like health class.
Not really. Well, actually, I don't even know what health class is, so I can't really say much about it.
But
unless health class is supposed to be sex ed, which wouldn't make sense, but that's the only thing I can correlate to. But yeah, but no, seriously though, like, why wouldn't a gym class teach you that? The gym classes are all about exercise, right? So why the fuck not? You know, like, it's not like, I'm not saying that if you take a gym class, they're going to require you to, you know, eat some specific food in the lunchroom. Like, how are they going to track that? There's no fucking way. But, I mean, seriously, though, they could at least teach you something. Maybe, if not that, how about teach us something about sports, like, you know, softball, tennis, or fucking even dodgeball. In fact, actually, yeah, side note, let's bring back dodgeball because, oh, little Billy got hurt by a soft little plushy ball. Oh, poor little Billy. Yeah, he can fucking toughen up.
I hated dodgeball. I sucked at it.
Well, why not have gym class teach us how to play the fucking game?
Literally one game, I got hit in the head 3 times.
Wow.
One time we were playing, got hit in the head, I got out. Then when I was out, a ball hit me in the head. I was on the sidewall, up on the thing. So they get somebody go up to get some water upstairs, you know, and because the gym we were playing basketball in was like a lower basement gym at the time. So then I go to get the water from my head, you know. When I go back down the stairs, the ball literally bounced off the wall, off the stairs, and hit me in the head again.
Oh, holy shit! Wow.
All on the same day.
How the fuck does that happen?
Dodgeballs hate me. That's how it happens.
Apparently, like, damn, dude.
These are rubber. These like these weren't like the little bouncy fuzzy balls. These are like bouncy balls.
Are they like basketballs or what?
I don't know. Maybe not basketballs themselves, but more like they were very bouncy, like rubber balls, I guess. They weren't like the Nerf balls they used to play with at church, whatever. It was like, for kids, you know, these like.
Oh yeah.
These hurt.
Well, no, because every time I played dodgeball, it was like these squishy balls that you can literally just fucking squish. And I don't know if it's because of that, but whenever I threw a dodgeball, okay, yeah. Whenever I threw the ball, I fucking couldn't hit anybody for shit because literally the fucking ball would just like go whoo, and then just kind of float down a little bit, and then someone's easily able to catch it, like fucking.
No, these were like these. If you hit hard enough, these things would bounce against the wall and bounce back at you.
Wow.
I guess at different times. 90s were different times.
Yeah, but like fucking get better balls that's not gonna hurt people and actually have a little bit of weight to them in the air, you know? Some people don't fucking feel like that they throw like shit because their throws are skewed off by the fucking balls themselves. And fucking teach us shit. Hell, even teach us archery. I mean, fucking go nuts with it, dude. Why the fuck not? I mean, it's a perfect opportunity, and yet we just fucking dick around. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we had archery in ninth grade. Of course, I failed that miserably. If you miss it twice, you're like the better kids moved on and there was juggling and stuff. So is there a class that you look forward to at all, or no class at all?
Me?
Yeah.
If it's a class I look forward to, it's gonna be an extracurricular class, guaranteed.
What about you, Shnick? Was there a class you look forward to in either high school or college?
Also, hi, Hauser.
Hey, Hauser.
In high school, I looked forward to my science fiction and fantasy class where we just watched movies and did activities.
Science fiction and fantasy class? What did you have to... Where was my science fiction class in school?
I never had one.
Hey Matt, what class did you look? Hey Matt, if you're listening, what class did you look forward to?
But yeah,
Can I say one thing quick?
What?
I wish I asked my mom and dad to pick me up today and bring me back Thursday morning, because I am going to be fucking bored tomorrow.
Wow. Did you at least bring your Switch?
Nope.
Rip.
I literally brought nothing.
Oh.
All I have is my PC.
Good luck.
With your hard drive for editing?
Bullshit. I'm not bullshit. If I'm not freaking stimulated, I ain't gonna do editing shit.
It's shit? It is, I guess. But yeah, gym classes pretty much just fucking wasted opportunity right there, and just that's it. So all those classes have some kind of value. Maybe not gym class as much, though people will argue, oh, but the exercise. Well, your kids aren't going to know any fucking exercises by the end of it, so whatever.
Yeah, I remember in middle school gym class, we had different periods. One was for 6 weeks. 6 weeks we had the square dance. I hate square dancing. And another
they taught you square dancing?
Yeah, we do square dancing for 6 weeks at Morton. Terrible. And then for another 6 weeks, whatever, we had to do, or 4 weeks, we had to do Richard Simmons sweating to the oldies.
That sounds weird.
Yeah, it was. We watched
a gym class?
Yeah, we had to watch fat people do aerobic moves up to a big screen, and we had to do them ourselves to 60s music.
That's weird. Why not just have that in a dance class minus the fat people on the screen? That seems really weird. But yeah,
I think Matt had to do it. I forget Matt went to Morton, but I think he probably had to do it too. Square dancing.
So pretty much all the classes I mentioned besides gym class, they actually teach you something, but only if you're in that specific, position to know that. And history is kind of the same, but I think the one difference is that you're pretty much not really going to need to know history at all, especially in every day-to-day life. Fucking history is completely worthless, really. Like, the only part, like I said, the only part that I think is actually useful at all would probably be knowing communism and capitalism and stuff like that. That's pretty much about it, really. Everything else don't really care for.
That's more economics than history, because communism and capitalism and all of them are more economic things than they are. I thought they were, at least. I think they're more economic things.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but it's like everybody that's for history classes, it's like they fucking say the same exact thing. They all give you the same argument. I don't understand why. Like, oh, we need like they'll say basically in a nutshell, oh, well, we need history because we don't want to repeat history, and that's pretty much all they say. They might go in a little bit more detail, or they might say a variation of it, but otherwise, it's pretty much all the fucking same arguments, and I don't understand. Like, seriously, other than being a teacher or a historian, or any other position that would really require history knowledge, what have you even used history for? Because I sure haven't fucking used it for jack all.
Do you know what that means, history repeating itself?
Do I know what it means?
Yeah. That statement?
Well, isn't it literally what it means? History repeating, as in like the same thing happening from back then? Like a similar event?
Yeah, I think that's what it means. Shnick, do you know what that means? Shnick. You're sleeping?
Shnick's slow descent to sleepiness.
Or he's being a sneaky self.
At this point, I think I ran my rant dry. There's just a lot of things I want to say, pretty much. Not specifically with the test, but also just history class in general.
I really can't really know what that means. I heard that term before too. But what it actually means for things, why you don't history repeat itself? I guess it means you don't. I guess it means you make the same mistake other people make, like history repeating itself, like letting somebody like Hitler come to power again, it's making the same mistakes they made in Germany in the 30s.
Yeah, but realistically, would there be a Hitler equivalent or another totalitarian country just coming out of nowhere like that? I mean,
I really don't know.
I mean, personally, I don't really think it would just happen other than North Korea, because they're already a totalitarian country. They've been one, so that would be an exception.
I don't think people think what happened to him either, because he was elected democratically. I think so. Even though people knew what he was about before that, but sometimes people get the power by legitimate means, and then they like. By the way, now I'm in power. Screw you all.
Oh yeah, actually, I like Recess. Wow.
Oh yeah, I used to love this. I think I mentioned this before, back before it was good. I used to love the History Channel back when it was actually about history. I used to watch it especially in the '90s, or when I used to skip church for 3 years between when I was back to back. I think I talked about this in the religious podcast. I didn't go to church between 5th and 8th grade, and on the Sundays I used to watch this thing called History for Kids on the History Channel. It had all these cartoon history things like Inspector Gadget and doing history stuff and other things. It was awesome. It's gone now, but of course the whole History Channel is gone. The whole History Channel's a reality show now. It fucking sucks. But I used to love it. I used to read all these books in the library too about history. I just liked history.
Oh damn! I just realized Shnick is having his eyes closed. So Shnick, are you done or?
No Daily Onion today, Shnick?
Are we done, man? Another one at least.
I was thinking of something I did that was retarded, but I have to think.
This is my favorite class. Yeah.
Yeah, lunch is everyone's favorite class, right?
Yeah.
The best class is after school.
Did I ever talk about the lunch, the lunch incident from elementary school?
Did it have to do with like a card system? It was something about you getting some card or pass or whatever to get a specific lunch, and you tried redeeming it, but they wouldn't let you. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that story.
Yeah, you already told that story before.
Which episode was that? Was that the School Tales? Or?
I don't know where it was. I don't think it was that one.
It was like probably sometime in 2017 that you said it.
Yeah. Let's just say that was the one time, like, everyone stereotypes how in lunch it's always the lunch ladies that handle the cooking. This was the one time a man was working in the kitchen, and let's just say I never saw that man again after the incident.
Oh.
What the hell?
You want to know something stupid that happened recently about my lunch hours? So, there's like different lines for different foods that you can get, and because of the amount...
By the way, Mario, at this point it's already too late, but it's 19.
It is?
I think so.
Your title says 18.
My thought says 19.
I'm looking at my thing right now. Your thing says hashtag live streaming, right?
No, mine says hashtag MarioTube history rant.
Oh fuck! I gotta
live
refresh.
streaming. The live streaming one was Saturdays or last Friday. We talked about live streaming. And mine says hashtag MarioTube history rant.
Hold on, I'm refreshing the page. Okay, now the title says 19. What the hell? Well, I guess I put in 18 because that's what I saw when I was setting it up, so
yeah, I guess I wasn't fast enough.
18 for this whole hour.
So I didn't write the topic until we basically started already. I didn't know what the topic was until we started. Because, yeah, live streaming, we did live streaming last week. Remember that? We brought Hauser on, and we talked about Twitch and YouTube.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, great. The first hour, it's been episode 18. Now it's episode 19. Whoa.
Oopsie.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Now I forgot what I was going to... Oh, wait. Okay, so there's different lines for different foods, and because of the amount of people, there's two different sides for the specific food line that you can go through. So, because there's two sides, I usually go to the left side, and recently they've been not stocking the chocolate milk in their little thing that they put, the cartons in for a few days, and I kept telling them, hey, you need to restock this, hey, you need to restock this, and I had to constantly go to the other side because all there was just regular milk, and that shit tastes disgusting. Like, I don't hate regular milk, but, like, I only have a certain taste tolerance with it if it's, like... Yeah. Like, I have a point with it where it's just, I don't want it anymore. Yeah. But the carton milks that schools have, I am not going to drink. Those are always disgusting, and I just don't trust them, so I just get chocolate milk.
Yeah, I used to drink carton milk all the time. It's weird. I think I talked before. It's milk. It's weird. I look back at them, and when I was in school, those little things kind of were my milk for the day, and it filled me up. But now, like, those little things are like wow, those are small now. I can shout them like I'm still 30 now, but those back then.
Yeah, like my fucking carts are about this big, dude. Well, this small, actually. It's ridiculous. Maybe a little bit smaller, but yeah.
I think I mentioned this before. I'll repeat myself. I do it all the time. And in elementary school, we had one line at Helke. We all went in the line, got our lunch, and then they file us in. In for tables, And if you're lucky, you sat next to your friend. If you're not, they got the next table because they filled the table with the next line. Like an orderly thing. In middle school, they had two lines for a thing, and you can sit with whoever, as long as there's an empty table there. You can sit with your friends or just find a table to eat there. The two lines. Those lines have pretty much the same thing on either side. In high school, however, at Butler, there's 4 lines, and each line had different things. Like one might be a pizza line, one might be a sandwich line, one might be a dessert line. One might be something else line, but pretty much, and there's vending machines too. There's one vending machine thing in the cafeteria. We pretty much went their own line, picked a table, ate there, and ate. If you're friends or not with your friends, it doesn't really matter. But there's more choices in high school. In college cafeteria was great. You go there, go to different states. It's pretty much a store thing. Go there, either go to the bakery or go to the wrap place or go to the Philly cheesesteak place, whatever, or pizza or salad place, and get what you want and pay for it and go to the cafeteria to eat.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about whenever a teacher says, "Oh, if you continue acting up, class, we're gonna have the whole class stay after the bell until I say so"? That's
pretty much over with. That really didn't happen since maybe elementary or middle school. Even then, they didn't really do that. Oh, they might have. Only time they would do that is if we had middle school, or maybe mostly not even middle school, more like elementary school. When it was time for recess, like no recess for you, heads down.
Heads down. That's fucking stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, they didn't really do that in middle school. High school, we didn't really have recess, nothing to punish us with. Or middle school, nothing. We didn't get activity much anyways. Maybe we didn't play dodgeball that day or something, or whatever. We didn't go. If we were good in class, maybe they took us to play dodgeball, or went outside for a bit, to get some air. Mainly those kind of punishments were like for elementary school age punishments. No recess for you, or basically that's all we did. Past maybe middle school, whatever, those kind of punishments lose effectiveness, really.
Well, the way that I'm describing it isn't exactly like, oh, no recess. No, it's like, it's it's not even like lunch hour, and the teacher will be like, "Oh, I'll hold up the entire class past the bell," effectively meaning that you're gonna get less time to get to your class compared to if the one motherfucker or the class was just acting whatever way the teacher wants them to act. And I think it's really fucking stupid. And I've actually had a teacher legitimately fucking make us stay after. It was the last hour of the day, and I was in my old high school, so I was riding the school bus. It's like, oh, I'll make this entire class stay after the final bell. And we tell the teacher, dude, look, we have a fucking bus to ride. We can't just waste fucking time. And it's like, oh, I don't care. And I had thoughts before where it's like, you know what? I'm going to seriously consider just fucking walking out of the class just to fucking make my bus, because this is bullshit.
Buses don't wait for people. If you miss the bus, you're screwed.
Yeah, and if that shit happened to me nowadays and I was riding the bus system here, I'd fucking legit tell the teacher, look, either you're gonna let the people that ride the bus get out of here, or more effectively the whole class, because really, who fucking makes people stay after the final bell? That's bullshit. People got places to go. So it'd be unless
you're in detention, you can't force somebody to stay at their class.
Yeah, so it's like, look, either let these people go, or I'll just walk the fuck out, because I'm not gonna fucking wait however long you want the rest of the class to wait, because I got a fucking bus to catch, and I don't care whether or not you like it, because I have priorities.
You ever get detention?
I've gotten detention once for being late too many times, because my school. It's like, oh, you get one warning per semester, and then after that, oh, detention when you fucking be late to a class. And it doesn't matter what class it is, whether it's the first hour or last hour. If you're fucking late to it, then that's that.
We had 5 warnings for detention.
Wow.
I got detention a lot in Morton. I was always late for school half the time. I was very slow back then. What about you, Shnick?
Oh, sorry.
How about you, Shnick? How was your detention, or do you have detention?
Well, I already told the stories numerous times, but I technically got detention twice in 7th grade due to bullying incidents where I overreacted. The first time, I just simply chose not to go until the assistant principal literally tracked me down, dragged me to her office, and read a speech where the kids and the teacher were biased against me.
Wow.
And by the way, the whole incident started because I sneezed in a computer lab.
What?
Yeah.
Because you sneezed?
Yeah. To restate it for the millionth time, we were working in a computer lab. I sneezed. 2 girls next to me flipped the fuck out.
And you got detention because of it.
They were acting as though I was literally committing freaking assault on them. Like as if the sneeze was like a freaking weapon, deadly, toxic weapon, and I was aiming it at them.
How old are these girls? Like, what grade was this?
This was 7th grade.
Jeez, I thought people would be more. I thought maybe that's more like that's actually more like an elementary school girl thing, like ooh cooties type thing, not a 7th grade thing.
I thought people in high school would stop being bullies, but I was wrong.
Yep, and I tell you, 7th grade, yeah, the entire class started noting how I was freaking diseased, and I overreacted. I got out of my chair, and I violently slammed into the kid that was right behind me. I didn't know he was there, but still. And when the assistant principal read her report, essentially the entire class wrote it out as though I did it all on purpose.
And you never forgot your opinion on it? Your side of the story?
Nope, they didn't bother asking my opinion.
I mean, if the whole fucking class is against you, then why would they bother at that point?
Yeah, and then the second time I was basically forced. Basically, it was. I'm not going to go into the second time all over again. Basically, the second time I did end up going, though I basically, when I was given the sheet saying, "Oh, what'd you do wrong and what can you do better?" I wrote, "I did nothing wrong" all over the whole damn thing.
Oh, did you ever think that? Did you ever have to? I'm going to start doing that after I graduated in school. You ever had to write 100 times something or 1,000 times something? I won't do this. I won't do that. I won't. 100.
No.
Or something, 1,000 times, 100 times.
Nope, never made me
No.
do that shit.
Oh god, that sucked.
Oh, you know, there's an easy way to do that.
Really?
Yeah, did you ever read the Captain Underpants books?
No.
No. Well, there's one. I remember because I used to read those books until my mom literally held me up at gunpoint. Well, not literally, but she was like, I wanted to read the next book, and she's like, "No, you're too old."
What?
These
Wow.
These were past my
third grade.
These were past. These books, I think, were past before, way after my time.
Yeah, they were. But anyways, in one of the books, like the two kids are put into detention, and they have to write how they're not going to disrespect a teacher ever again, like over 100 times. Like 200 times. You know what they do?
What?
They grab these pieces of wood with holes in them. They stick a piece of chalk into each hole, and they hold these big sticks up to the chalkboard, and they just write out the sentence, and they do, and it's like 20 sentences with one writing. And they get out of it quick.
Yeah, that's good for you using a chalkboard, but trying to do 10 pieces of pen and pencils on paper.
I suppose. Man, that's why I did it on a piece of paper. You know some bullshit that happened in my history class? I'm sorry to keep going back to history, but there's just some bullshit that happens in there sometimes. But, yeah, fucking yesterday, we had... Okay, so every time that we're about to take a test, the day before we do this Jeopardy thing... And also, yeah, connecting Jeopardy, Vandalia, what they do. But yeah, we do this Jeopardy thing where it's supposed to be some review thing. It's not graded, thank God. And it's supposed to be some little competition thing, which I don't really care for. And my fucking table group sucks ass when it comes to telling us, like telling each other what the fucking answers we think are. And... I'd ask the person next to me to repeat. I'm just going to say themselves because I legitimately can't tell if they're female or male. They're kind of both to me because audibly they sound... No, audibly the person sounds female, but visually the person kind of looks male, but also kind of female. You know, like... It's kind of the anime thing where you can't tell if a character is male or female. It's ridiculous, but only in real life. But I'd ask this person next to me, like, I'd say, what? Because he or she whispers it so fucking quietly that somehow I can't hear her / him, but the other two people in my table group can, and when I say what? She gives me this fucking attitude that is completely unnecessary. Like, she fucking rolls her... Oh, she rolls her eye... Oh, fuck me. I keep doing that. This person rolls their eyes at me like it's some fucking big deal that I asked what. And I literally told this person that they need to cut with their attitude because it's fucking ridiculous. Well, I probably didn't say that, but I think I might have said something similar. I don't know. I think I commented on that, but if it fucking happens again, I'm literally going to tell the person that they need to stop giving me the fucking attitude, otherwise I'm just not going to write anything on the whiteboard because you're being fucking bullshit. And why should I even bother doing anything if you're just going to treat me this way? So, yeah, that's all I'll fucking tell this person. And my teammates don't like that? Well, too fucking bad. Oh, did I mention that the person across from me fucking apparently hates people? Yeah, that's a thing.
Oh, that reminds me of two stories.
Yeah?
One, there was one it was seventh. Both happened in 7th grade. I think one 7th, one 8th grade. One 7th grade story, whereas I was in 7th grade class, and there's the basketball player that came in class, you know, because my teacher there was the girls' basketball teacher. And first of all, this kid had long hair, you know, like I know, but it still looked like a boy almost. Like, oh, I didn't know until later on when she came in again another time and had a tighter shirt on. I knew that she was a girl.
Wow.
Her face was like plain, like boy face, but she had long hair. I'm like, is that a boy or a girl? I can't tell. But later when I saw her boobs, I knew it was a girl.
Yeah.
And your Jeopardy story made me remind me of an essay I wrote in 8th grade in history class, where I figured out a way to do history, and I had made a history game like The Price is Right, called History is Right, where instead of bidding on a prize, you know, like you're what Price is Right, you're what Price is Right.
Yeah, I've seen Price is Right.
Well, instead of bidding on an item, whoever got the closest history date won. Whoever got the closest to the history date won. They play for games. Like when did this happen? Like May 5th, 1955. May 6th, 1943. You win. You're closest. Not going over.
Wow.
And that was my game show I made up, with history dates instead of money.
Interesting. Oh yeah, I also wanted to point out too that people are giving me fucking attitude simply for saying what to them in a questioning manner to have them repeat themselves in a slightly louder volume. All for what, you might ask? Well, if your team wins, literally this is how I imagine things happening. Congratulations, you win! Oh boy, what did I win? Nothing! Wait, what? Now get it out of my restaurant! Ah! It fucking gets kicked out the door. Ah!
You only win. You win 10 bonus points for your next quiz. In case you fail it, you get instead of getting 60, you get 70. That'd be awesome thing. Just do that kind of thing, like in school, like bonus points, like for tests and stuff. Like in case you fail, or even if you don't fail, you get 110%.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Or, I mean,
what's the point of game shows and
points?
Stuff?
Oh yeah. Also, like extra credit. Oh, participation points are so bad. At least for extra credit, it's not that bad. If it's a trophy we're talking about, yeah, that's bad.
Well, yeah, I got a trophy in 8th grade for reading. I'll be right back.
But yeah, people give me fucking attitude for asking them what, all for literally nothing. And the person next to me is like, oh, well, I can't say it loud enough, otherwise people around us will hear the answer. Well, my response should be, well, who the fuck cares if anyone hears us? It's not like we're winning anything, so why does it matter? Holy shit, first place.
Yeah, I got it was in my LD reading class. I read 2,126 pages, and I actually read more pages than this, but top books didn't count because two books didn't count. I only got half credit for them because they were movie books, like from Star Trek, the Star Trek movies. I read books about the Star Trek movies, like 3 and 6, so I only got half credit for them because apparently movies don't count as books. But if I read more than that, but second place only had 1,018 pages, so I more than double second place.
Jeez.
Third place had 1,015. I was a reader.
Huh.
But yeah, I crushed everybody else in my LD class
Nice.
in 8th grade. double the pages, and it's funny because third place beat second place by 3 pages. So like, that they were mad, but I creamed them all. And they actually have that little. I guess that's a reading thing, some kind of reading lamp thing.
Shnick, is there any stories? Or
any stories I can tell?
Any school stories from history or math or reading or anything?
Any school stories? I mean, I did have one retarded thing I did during the summer.
What happened?
Summer school?
Not during summer school. I never went to summer school. I mean, I did pretend I was in a school, unfortunately, but do we care to proceed?
I guess it's time for Snick's Daily Onion.
Yeah.
Current topic, Snick's Daily Onion.
So, everyone knows the Harry Potter books, right?
Yeah.
There was this phase one summer, probably because I was bored out of my mind in upstate New York and I had nothing better to do. There was literally a point where I pretended I was the head teacher of a friggin' wizarding school that was just a ripoff of Hogwarts.
Wow.
And all I remember is that my sister pretended to be my student, but we didn't really do any frickin' mock lessons or anything. Not really. Literally, I was trying to... Basically, the way we interacted was just trying to not even act out the movies. Like, it was kind of just, oh, real-life thing. Oh, we're in class. Oh, now we're leaving class. We learned nothing. And probably the most embarrassing... only elementary school Shnick could do it moment was when I went into a freaking dance hall in a resort area, and I was loudly shouting at non-existent students to keep quiet, and I kept threatening them with a bunch of spells that I just named straight from the Harry Potter movies.
The death spell.
I don't remember what I said. I was just saying like different names that were said in like the movies that were released at the time. I think it was only the first 3 or 4.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Actually, maybe just the first 3, and I don't even know if I had seen the third. Nah. Yes.
The only spell I really remember is I remember Wingardium Leviosa, the spell. I remember Expelliarmus, the dueling spell, and then the death spell.
There's a lot more.
Story get any fucking ridiculous? Get any more ridiculous?
I mean, it does get more ridiculous when you realize where I did it.
The dance hall?
I did it in the dance hall. I was the only one in there, but I was loudly shouting. Too bad the dance hall was right next to a heavily populated pool.
What? Why was it designed like that?
And I guarantee some
Why
people
would they do that? Ooh, let's put a dance hall next to a swimming pool. Oh, that's such a good idea.
For dancing in the water.
Was there at least a fucking thick wall?
Or
was it like a window?
There was a wall between the dance hall and the freaking pool, except the wall was basically all windows.
Oh!
And I guarantee there were some people looking through the windows looking at my shit, and they're like thinking, that kid's crazy.
Oh, my hair. Fuck. Oh, I'm pulling on her way more. Oh
I got the first MarioTube rage moment in 2018.
I think it's been another one besides that one.
Pillow. I need you for this moment. So I can't fucking believe why they designed it so stupidly.
Now I know what part of the podcast episode to rewatch.
Oh, fuck.
That hour and a half.
I thought that was like... I thought you couldn't have any other ridiculous fucking story, but you proved me wrong. Your fucking school was built weirdly. What the fuck? Why was it built that way in the first place?
Well, this was a resort area.
I thought it was a school.
Yes,
No.
Nick. If you ever make a best of the podcast,
Didn't you say that was a school?
you can put this
I
on
was
in there.
pretending to have a freaking school.
Well, I don't know what's worse, having that as a school or a fucking resort hotel or whatever the fuck you said.
It was a freaking resort hotel. It was the resort swimming pool, and the dance hall was literally used for freaking dining events and freaking dance classes. And I did that shit right next to everybody at the damn pool.
You fucking idiot! Idiot! As you
Bad
say.
Oh my god. Now I need to think of other ridiculous shit I did. Because let's fucking go. You're ready.
Oh my god.
You know, for something that for things we didn't have any topics for, really, we've only talked for an hour and a half.
Oh my. Oh wait, I actually have another story from the resort area.
The same resort area?
The same resort area.
Same trip or different trip?
It was probably when I was a bit younger.
This is the story of how Shnick got banned for life!
Where's the resort at? Like Disney, like Florida resort?
No, it's in upstate New York.
I guess that's your probably muted it. But I guess that's your school. I guess that's your school.
Why is it a trope that you guys fucking stay silent whenever there's an interruption?
Because we gotta listen to what Mama has to say.
You don't even get to hear it in stream. What's the point?
But I heard it in the call.
So, what, are you recording the call?
No. That was just weird. I don't know.
Well, fuck, do you just want me to not mute it? Because that's what I do by default.
I don't. So, I guess it's a habit. I guess.
So, you don't want me to mute it now?
I have no idea.
Whatever.
I don't really care. Either way, I don't know why we don't talk. I don't know why we don't talk when people. I guess we could keep it talking anyways because no one can hear it anyways. I have no idea why we're just like silent.
Yeah, it's like you guys assume that, you know, everyone in the stream hears what's going on or something.
Yeah, it is like a natural reflex reaction.
Too bad you can't. Can you just make your Skype thing instead of this your thing so you don't hear anything at all?
Mute my Skype, but not OBS. Just think about that for a moment.
Huh.
Will that not work?
Well, if you don't want people to hear what happens when I get interrupted, then yeah, that would be pointless.
So you had to mute both. You had to mute both. You can't mute. So we can Skype, we don't mute the OBS too. You had to mute Skype and OBS, or.
Well, because the way I react, I feel at the moment that I don't have time to fucking mute both. I just go straight to OBS first, and then it's like, oh, gotta deal with whatever is in my way.
Okay.
Unless maybe I arranged my windows correctly, but I mean, the only way I could rearrange my windows in a specific position to do both would mean I'd have to literally either block the chat window for myself, or I'd have to show the chat window over everything else, and then click around it.
There's not a button you can do like a double mute button, like or get 2 mouses, like double mute.
2 mouses? Oh god. I never tried 2 mouses. I should try that sometime. Well, that is if I had 2 mouses. Maybe I could steal one.
Okay, so Shnick, your resort story in Upper New York.
Yep, and then I do have 2 6th grade stories I could share that were over dramatizations, but where I was over dramatic. But so, resort story. Me being a stubborn jackass, I go up to a freaking couch where there's a TV, like in the main lobby, and I find this weird goop on the couch. I picked up the goop.
Why? What?
I can't tell you, and all I remember is that it was green. I thought it was silly putty, but I have no idea what the fuck I put my hands in.
Do you have any idea nowadays?
No, I'd say it wasn't anything more. It was a very small thing, so most likely, at worst, it was just a piece of chewed gum.
I thought it would have been like snot or puke.
Thank God it wasn't. Like, it was like silly putty, and that's what I thought it was.
Wow.
And so I was going around showing everybody in the lobby, and everyone's like, what the hell are you doing? We don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Even to like all the other kids. And then the best part was when because at this time the resort had 2 dogs that were like owned by the owners, and they would just walk around the lobby.
Yeah.
One of the dogs was super nice. The other dog, not so much. Just kind of wanted to be left alone. The one that wanted to be left alone, I freaking approached it. I kneeled down to it, and I was like, "Hi, how you doing? I got this sticky stuff." It ignored me, and it started freaking growling. It's like, go the fuck away, asshole.
It's telling you, go left or I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Yeah,
By
I
biting
ignored
you.
it. I ignored it.
Of course you would.
It got so pissed off, it started loudly barking up in the air, and I just fell on my ass in shock. Oh, my God.
And that was it?
Yeah, one person at the front desk told me to leave the dog alone, and that was it.
Oh, I learned, speaking of messing with dogs, I learned to, one time we learned, in school we learned not to mess with helper dogs, because when helper dogs are in their helper mood, they're very violent, apparently. Like blind dogs, whatever. If they're off, the leash or whatever, they're fine. But if they're in the blind harness person, like seeing eye dogs, if they're in the harness mode, they are like very protective.
Interesting. What was that about? No, wrong answer. What was that about? What was that about? I'll get louder.
Like no wah this time. Answer the question.
Answer the fucking question. I'm gonna use this flashlight I recently got, and by the way, it's fucking bright as shit, to fucking blind myself. And just to show everyone how bright this is, Alexa, trigger light.
Sending that
hell? That was like legit the same fucking time. Oh my god, your fucking phone just perfectly timed my goddamn Amazon Echo.
Where they at, dude?
Alright, here we go.
Is your Amazon Echo been triggered?
Look at that shit. Fucking wide circle, my bro.
Yeah, I love these solar maxes, though.
Oh, tell your brother to watch the podcast. Comment.
No. He'll probably forget anyways. So yeah, you want this shit shining in my freaking eyes, bro? Start telling me the answer. Tell me the right one.
The right answer is
Survey says.
The right answer is I should have went home tonight.
What does the survey say? Number 3 answer.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what this looks like, but there you go.
Shadow puppets. Harness. It's like those Hans ghost stories.
Reset.
Yeah, tell them to watch it so we get some view hours.
I only have 2
Whoa!
more stories from 6th grade.
Alexa, check her light.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh! Ask Alexa if she knows about the podcast. Ask Alexa if she knows about Talking Time with Caffeine.
It can also do that. Strobe. Oh, oops.
Ask Alexa if she knows about the podcast. Our podcast.
Alexa, do you know anything about Talking Time with Caffeine podcast?
This might answer your question. The first flush toilet was designed by Sir John Harrington in 1596.
What?
The first portable flush toilet was patented in 1778 by Joseph Grama. Did that answer your question?
No!
Thanks for your feedback.
Oh God!
Fuck you! That's my feedback. Fucking A. What the
I can't
fuck?
breathe.
What the fuck? That's what my fucking Amazon Echo thinks about this podcast, Vandalia. You brought this upon yourself.
Toilet. It's toilet.
The flush toilet. Oh my god.
Well, she is a feminist.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God.
So, yeah, that fucking happened. So is there any other stories, Shnick?
I fuck with these fucking solar maxes.
2 from 6th grade that aren't that amazing, but
Do you want to share them, or do you want to end this off early?
yeah, I'll share them quick. So, in 6th grade, I had to go to... We all had to go to the nurse's office to do a basic checkup on health, I suppose.
You did ask one try about this.
There was one test we had to perform where we had to bend over, in the nurse's word, as though we were diving into a pool.
You smacked your face in the floor.
No.
Oh.
What I ultimately did was far worse when you when you look at the implications.
Far worse? Oh, God. Here we go.
So, when they checked my back, they found that my spine was curved.
Jesus Christ.
They claimed that they thought it was curved. And, they gave me a note they basically gave me a note that outlined that they were worried that this curved spine could be a sign of scoliosis. which is like a disease that affects your spine.
Yeah.
And they were telling me, oh, this doesn't mean you have scoliosis, but you gotta go to a doctor. Please bring this note back to school once you go see a doctor.
Fuck.
You know what I did?
I'm sorry, before you continue, I heard someone in the background go, fuck, after you said that. That was perfectly timed, too.
Probably your roommate?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was legit perfectly timed. It was like he was saying in response, fuck.
Yep. And so you know what I did?
What?
I just put the note away and never gave it to anybody.
Oh my god.
I got a freaking note saying you have to go to the doctor and you have to bring this back to school. I never turned it in. I never went to the doctor. I never did a thing.
So what did the school do in response?
Nothing.
Apparently didn't care.
Like, fine, you want to be crippled later on in life? Go ahead, dick.
Reminds me of how fucking, like, I have to turn this paper in because, oh, this person that works in the school requires it to be turned in even if you're not going to college. I'm like, oh, okay. Put it in my backpack, completely forgot about it, and I see it today, I'm like, oh, fuck. Still didn't turn it in, though. Well, then again, that was because I left at around 3:30, so I figured that person already left anyways, like every other teacher. So.
Well, that's what friggin' happened.
Yeah.
Probably the reason why I didn't tell my ma or anybody about it was because I thought it was fear-mongering. I thought I was perfectly fine.
So how long, so that was like 6 years ago, 7 years, like 10 years ago at this point?
This was 6th grade, so it was...
10 years ago?
Yeah, about 10 years ago.
So do you have scoliosis now?
Scoliosis.
No.
You didn't have scoliosis.
Literally, my problem was the fact that I never stood up straight. Like, I would always just hunch over because I felt like it.
That's what I hate about school. Like they always tell us, sit up straight, better postures and stuff.
Yeah, that was my problem. I didn't give a damn about posture.
None of us did. None of us do in school.
But now the second story. It's when Shnick got assaulted. Middle school Shnick had an attempt on his life.
Well, what's the story?
So we were in freaking language arts class, which was basically a fancy way of saying English.
Okay.
And we were covering Greek mythology.
Ooh, that was fun. I should read books about that.
Well, the freaking Greek mythology bit was freaking a whole story in itself, because one of our assignments was to make our own Greek mythology story. In fact, with the teacher going as far as reading us an actual story written by an alumnus.
Like with based on Greek mythology, with your own characters, or based on real characters from Greek? Not really real characters, but from established characters from Greek mythology. Like real characters from real characters.
I mean, we were able to create our own characters or use established ones, but in this case, the alumnus made their own.
Oh.
Yeah, give me a second.
And it was actually, if I remember correctly, it was pretty good. But
write an Aphrodite Mars fan fiction.
But hang on. My story sucked. Literally, all I did was my own rip-off of Disney's Hercules.
Well, then again, Disney's Hercules was a ripoff of, Hercules.
What was it called? Was it called Snickules?
Can I get a juice?
It may as well have been.
Snickules.
More like Schnicklishies. Or Schnicklishnees. Yeah, there we go. Schnicklishnees.
Well,
It's funny. Thinking of that real fast. Thinking of that. It's funny. Hercules. I think Hercules is the Roman name for Hercules, but they use the Greek god names in the movie. But the Hercules is the Roman name, not the Greek name.
Oh wow. Huh.
Yeah, I think the Greek name is Heracles or something like that.
Heracles, more like numericals.
History lesson. Over.
Well, anyways, back to the story. So, our ultimate final project for the Greek mythology unit. I mean, well, to bring up Disney's Hercules again, we actually were shown the movie on the bus on our way to our 6th grade class trip.
Sixth grade class trip, the class I never went to because we were bad kids and they canceled the 6th grade trip. Oh, that back to Mario's thing, bringing punishment. They canceled our 6th grade field trip to Chicago because we were bad.
Are you fucking kidding me? Wow, that's fucked up, dude.
We were the only ones that ever went to Chicago, except for maybe 9/11 kids, because they didn't travel at all. They were scared to travel. But we were bad kids in 6th grade, so they canceled our trip to Chicago.
How bad?
I don't know. We acted up during a field trip to some concert or whatever, or some play, and all of us did, but some of us did, I guess. And no trips, no 6th grade field trip, canceled.
That's fucking retarded, dude. See, why do fucking people decide, oh, if one person fucks up, everybody gets fucked? That's stupid. Like, even if the teacher knows who the fucking person is, too.
Tunnel or some shit.
I mean, it's funny because that's exactly what happened with my science class. My science teacher's like, okay, I'm now going to predict if we're going to have a snow day tomorrow. He literally starts imitating himself meditating, and we had to remain silent. Then, right the hell out of nowhere, the class clown, I can't imitate it because, I'm in a public place, but he loudly shouted,
He what?
He loudly shouted, "Don't touch me!"
Don't touch me?
Like, he loudly shouted, Don't touch me! I can't do it. I can't. The only way I can accurately do it is
like Golem.
Well, just say it. Say it normally.
Like Lord of the Rings Golem.
No, he did like this. Don't touch me.
Oh, yeah, that's why I asked. I asked.
I think he said like in Lord of the Rings voice, like Golem's voice.
Like, he just loudly shouted it for no reason, and the teacher's like, fine, I'm not going to predict. And he just sat there angrily looking at us until the bell rang, and we didn't have a snow day the next day.
You didn't?
We didn't.
Oh my god.
But anyways, it's funny I brought up the class clown because he was involved in the Greek mythology final project.
Oh no.
So we had the option of picking our projects. We either had to make like a poster or like a presentation, a new story. The project I wanted to do was a board game.
It reminds me of my Price is Right thing.
And I did ultimately get to make my board game, but ultimately what happened was the class clown started loudly talking again, and then the teacher got fed up to the point where we're just like, you know what, I think I'm just going to, maybe we should just assign projects, and the entire class groaned. I looked at him, and I'm like, great, thanks to you, we can't choose our projects, idiot. and he looked at me with this face. He was like,
what the fuck?
with that angry face, teeth, and everything.
Oh.
And then he got up. He started yelling, "Fucking shit! Fucking shit! Fucking shit! Fucking asshole! Fucking shit!"
Wow.
He lifted his desk up in the air and he slammed it down.
Holy shit.
And it barely grazed me in the foot.
Oh no! That's... oh my god, guys, that's not good. It barely grazed his foot. You know what happens when you just graze middle school Shnick? Oh, bad things fucking happen. Undescribable things. Only described by the man himself.
Yup, I acted like my entire freaking leg was busted.
I fucking knew it! Oh! Oh! Why is it every time?
He got freaking detention for his freaking freak out, and I was so hurt I had to go home on early release. In all seriousness, I think he did hit me a bit harder than I described, but it's still, I barely felt it.
Fucking Jesus Christ, dude.
I think at
I'm
most
paralyzed! I'm paralyzed!
I think at most my ankle was sore, but that was it.
Wow.
Did he get in trouble?
Oh, he got in trouble, but even if I didn't get hit, his freaking flip out would have gotten him in trouble.
Fucking lifts a desk. So he threw it at you, kind of?
Yeah, he kind of threw it at me, but it was more like slamming it down in place.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Surprised he didn't break it.
Surprised he didn't fucking go right after you.
Headshot.
Would have prevented the shitty RPG from happening.
But is that a good or a bad thing?
Good for you, probably.
Me?
Since you're the one playing it. Bad for the internet.
That's debatable, though. Good or bad?
Bad for the internet. Bad for the internet because they wouldn't have you playing it. But good for you because you wouldn't have to play it.
Talking time with Caffeine Theory, where we fucking solve middle school Shnick shit. I don't know.
My God.
Well, I think that's about all the time we have.
Anybody have any final words? Any final wrap-up words?
School shit. What the hell?
That's my go.
Oh my god! Wow, my fucking words are apparently more powerful than I thought. God
Siri,
damn.
what is talking time with caffeine?
Okay, I found this on the web for what is talking time with caffeine.
Nothing. Anything about the podcast? Nope. Nothing about the podcast. Just sleep. Caffeine, sleep. Okay, talking about a caffeine problem. Nothing about the podcast.
Wait a minute. Let me try. What is Talking Time with Caffeine podcast?
Okay, I found this on the web for what is talking time with caffeine podcast.
Let's see. Oh, you fucker.
Nothing about us.
What is the Talking Time with Caffeine podcast?
Okay, I found this on the web for what is the talking time with caffeine podcast.
Are you fucking kidding me? No, fucker. Fucking piece of shit.
Because you're not popular enough to be either on Alexis or Siri yet.
Alexa, you mean? Not Alexis?
Oh.
Hey! I didn't mean to do that! What? All I heard was mean. Is that a good or a bad thing? I don't know.
Anyways, wrapping it up. Shnick stories still crazy, and if you're in school and you're in class, make sure you're having fun learning something. Otherwise, it'll be a boring piece of shit class if you're not having fun in your class.
Pretty much.
All right. We'll see you all Friday. Hopefully we'll have stuff to talk about again, plan stuff, or otherwise we'll just do this again. So never stop learning and enjoy the randomness. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.